because some of these you probably know just from doing division for so long. Let's start with 2. Let's start with 2. How do you know? So you're going to open up your flap to 2. And if you notice, they've already highlighted the numbers in black that are divisible by 2. So if you want to look through those numbers, and you can just count, they're obviously hard to read because they're blacked out, but it goes 1, 2 is black, 3, 4 is black, 5, 6 is black. So, how do you know if a number is divisible by 2? What makes a number divisible by 2? What is the rule to know if something is divisible by 2? Should be obvious. You should be like, oh, like, let me ask you this. Is 40 divisible by 2?
Yes.
Okay. Is 48 divisible by 2?
Yes.
Is 125 divisible by 2?
No.
So how do you all automatically know that? What about a number makes it divisible by 2?
If it's odd, it's not.
Right, so what makes it divisible by 2? It has to be what? Even. So, even numbers, you're writing this in the blank spot on 2. There's a blank spot, you're going to write it right here. Write what makes sense to you. If what I'm saying doesn't make sense, write down what makes sense to you. So, all even numbers. What's another way to know? Maybe you don't understand what even means. What's another way to know? What if I don't know what even means, though? You're right, but what if I don't really know what even means? What else? You're right, there's something about the end of a number. Coco.
Like, at the end of the number, it either goes into like a certain kind of repeater.
Yes, but how do I know automatically? Just by looking at the end of it.
Adding up by 2.
Yeah, there's something.
You can cut it in half and put it on both sides.
Okay, yeah, but I'm thinking just the last digit. If I write 212, how do I know that number? What does it have to end with to be divisible by 2?
Less than 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0.
Yeah, if it ends in a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, or a 0, I automatically know it's divisible by 2. 2 you guys have done your whole life. Hopefully 2 is not super hard. Everybody good with 2? If it ends in a 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0, you automatically know it's divisible by 2. Everybody good so far? Alright, let's go on to 5. Let's go on to the next easiest one. Go on to 5. Open up the flap with the 5. Someone tell me, how do I know something's divisible by 5? How do I know something's divisible by 5?
Then do 5 or 0.
Yeah. So we know it's divisible by 5. You guys don't have to write divisible by if you don't want to, because you already know you're in the 5 slot. It's divisible by 5 if it ends in a 5 or 0. That's pretty simple. So let me ask you this. Is 117 divisible by 5? No. Is 425 divisible by 5?
Yes.
Yes, it ended in a 5. Is 862 divisible by 5?
No.
No. Right there. If you know these rules, it goes a lot faster. So is everyone good with 2 and 5? Everybody good with 2 and 5?
I think 5 is
5 is really easy. All right. Let's go on to 3. Let's go on to 3. Now we're going to just get into the more challenging ones, and we're just going to work through. All right. So let's talk about something's divisible by 3. And the go-to for a lot of students is to say, oh, if it ends in a 3, a 6, or a 9. Not necessarily. It's not always going to work that way. Because 21 is divisible by 3, right? So you have to be very careful there. So there's a few steps to figure out if something is divisible by 3. So first what you're going to do is add all the digits. Add all digits. You're going to add all the digits. So if it's 127, you're going to add 1, 2, and 7. You're going to add up all the digits of the number. answer that you just got. If the sum is divisible by 3, then the number is also divisible by 3. And we'll do an example, so you might want to leave room for an example. Okay, let's do this one. The example 824. 824. All right, so the first step is to add the digits. What's 8 plus 2? Everybody? 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So these added to 14. That was step 1. We just added them up. Is anyone confused at where I got 14? Okay. Step 2. Is 14 divisible by 3? Can you count by 3s and get to 14? No. So is 824 divisible by 3? No. Because that number is not divisible by 3. It's super easy. Super easy. If this number, the number you add to isn't divisible by 3, the number itself is not divisible by 3. Yes, sir. Oh, good. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. All right, you guys try this one at your table. Tell me if 1,200 Tell me if 1,245 is divisible by 3. Do it at your table. We're going to move on to 4. 4 is not as confusing as 3. 4 is actually straightforward. So, 4 is super easy. 4. You know something is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits of the number are divisible by 4. So you just look at the last 2 digits. If they are divisible by 4, then the number is. Yeah. Now it can be challenging because you kind of have to know your 4s all the way up to 100, but thankfully they gave you a 100s chart right there in your notes, so you can just use that 100s chart to know. So, if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4, then the number itself is divisible by 4. Everyone kind of understand that? We're going to do an example. So if it was like 842, we would just look at the 42. The last 2 digits of the number. So we're going to do it. All right, let's do example. Let's do 732. Find some. 732. You do it on back. All right, so you have example 732. All you're going to do is look at the last 2 digits. So we're just going to look at the 32. Everybody with me? Don't look at the 7. Who cares about the 7? Is 32 divisible by 4?
Yes.
4 times what gets us 32? 8. So if these 2 are divisible by 4, then this number is divisible by 4. Because 32 is divisible by 4. Just look at the last 2 digits. All right, you all try this one at your table. Try 1,864. This is super easy. 6 you're applying. 6 you're just going to apply. Apply. You're going to apply 2 rules. It's super simple. So, to be divisible by 6. To be divisible by 6. Everybody ready for this? To be divisible by 6, it has to be divisible by 2. So it has to pass the 2 rule. those, then it's divisible by 6. So basically, if it's even, you're good. But then you have to check the 3 rule also. Does that make sense? You have to check 2 rules to know if 6 is going to work.
So really, look at the last number. It's not even.
If it's not even, you automatically can say it's not divisible by 6. Good point. If it's odd, it's out. Everybody good? All right, let's try an example. You guys try this one because I think you can handle it. Try 900. $24. 924. Okay, here we go. So, it passes the 2 rule because it's even. Everybody good there? All right. Now, the 3 said we have to add them up and see if it's divisible. What's 9 plus 2?
11.
11 plus 4 is
15.
So, it's 15. Is 15 divisible by 3?
Yes.
Yes. So, this number itself is divisible by 3, 2, and 6. 3, 2, and 6. Also, what else is it divisible by? The last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So it's also divisible by 4. Pretty simple. We didn't even have to do any division to get there, which is awesome. Everybody go with 6? Do you guys want to try one more?
Yes.
Okay, let's try 2,386. Here we go. Price, what is your answer? No, why do you say no?
Because if it's even, but 19, 6 times 3 is 18. So
Right.
if you do 3 times 7, it's 21.
Correct. It's not divisible by 3, so that is a no. That is a no. Everybody good with that?
Yes.
All right, 2 more. And I'll tell you why we don't do 7 here in a second. All right, let's go on to 9. 9 is the same as 3. 9 is the same as 3, except now it has to be divisible by 9 instead of 3. So, 9 is the same. You're going to add the digits, except now you're going to check, are they divisible by 3? I meant by 9. So now you just need to see if the sum is divisible by 9, then the number itself is divisible by 9. And you have the 9s, the hundreds chart right there with everything shaded in. They're kind of hard to see on. All right. So you guys try this one. You all try 819. 819. All right, Will, is it divisible by 9?
Yes.
Yes, because what do they add to?
They add
And 18 is divisible by 9. Correct. Any questions on 9? Any questions on 9? All right, last one, 8. 8. Here we go. 8 is super simple. So with 4, you looked at the last 2 digits. With 4, you looked at the last 2 digits. For 8, you look at the last 3. Look at the last 3 digits. If divisible by 8, then the number itself also is. Now, this can be hard because you don't really know 8s into 3 digits, but you can work your way through it. And sometimes if there's a 0 in that 3rd spot, then you're just looking at a 2-digit number. So sometimes it can be a little bit simpler. All right, you guys try this one. $8,088. 8,088. Just look at the last. So, is this number divisible by 8?
C.
Yes, because 088 or just 88, 8 times 11 is divisible. So that's a yes. That is a yes. Okay, so 7. 7 is just mean, and there's not a rule for 7. Just how 7s don't really have a pattern, the same thing occurs for the divisibility rule. There's really not a divisibility rule. The divisibility rule is super confusing. You're better off just dividing than actually knowing the divisibility rule. So 7, there isn't one, but I also don't ask about 7 very often. So 7 is one of those ones where you're just going to have to do the long division. But I really don't ask about 7 a lot. Everybody good?